Hello and good evening everybody, welcome to Contest of Speed round 11. We are at Zandvoort. I know there's no audio because I've literally just muted and literally just come on cold space. It's fine, it's all under control. We're at Zandvoort, round 11. We've only got 8 races to go. We're over halfway through the season, which is, well, it's gone quite quickly actually. This will be the last season before the change of game, which is going to happen towards the end of June, start of July, from what I have heard. Massive hype train so far. Blades, thank you for the, I can't see it, why don't we see it, 6 months. And also Fredistas, thanks for the 6 months. Unfortunately no Shane here yet. Yeah. Which isn't very good. But other than that, all good. Currently just in the Mercedes, replacing Steve because there was no Mercedes this evening. Gru's replacing the empty seat that's at McLaren, so Gru will score points for his constructors. So Scott's also got the empty seat that was in the Williams because Andy hasn't got a teammate either at the moment. So he will also score points for the Williams team. I don't know where he is. I have no idea. But we have got 15 drivers. A few missing this evening because it's currently a bank holiday here in the UK. So people are making the most of it and extending their weekends. So no Spud, Chichi, JRN, etc. This evening, 3 Rock is also missing from the Alfa Romeo. And where was I last one? Spud, Steve, Jaren, Tichy, 3 Rock. Yeah, 5. So there's currently 17 full-time drivers in EU3 at the moment. There is 3 spaces left. So if you are watching thinking you can give it a go, then yeah, by all means, you are very, very welcome. Crown Magician has rejoined and since been reserving the last couple of weeks in EU3, so probably should really have a full-time seat if he wants it. Not many rounds to go. We've got this week and next week at Monza, followed by a break. But I'll do more onto that later. Time at the moment set by Cygate, who's currently 3rd in the championship on 11.6. Good evening, BK. How are we? I hope everybody's well. An important race for many this week, Zandvoort. It is, especially from the European side of things, a lot of our drivers are either part Dutch or full Dutch. Make up quite a bit of our community, including people at the very top. So, like Silverstone last week, Zandvoort's going to be an important place to race for a lot of people, which means also you get to hear Thomas, possibly on Thursday, speak say all the calls in Dutch correctly, because I can't do that because I'm not that clever. Hopefully, if we're lucky, Thomas also does the first lap in Dutch. Hopefully, he's not. I know he's not listening because he's currently playing FIFA. But if Thomas could do the first lap in Dutch, that'd be fantastic. Overcast conditions at the moment. Whether it stay that way, we'll find out later on. But means the tyres won't overheat as much. It's a very high downforce and high loading circuit. Sorry, I'm checking Discord just to see if someone's going to turn up. But if he's falling asleep, I'm going to kill him. Cygate 11.6, British Magnus 7.7, putting some good form together. anybody else we haven't seen. Let's go to Red Bars. He hasn't set a time yet. Come through the second sector into what I like to call the stadium area of the track. Yes, could you do like a opening segment of Butchered French in EU2 on Wednesday? That'd be brilliant. Don't think Haz will have a chance to understand what on earth would be going on. Sorry, just trying to get a track map up for you all. You can see it in the current bottom corner, whereas I can't see it in terms of what it looks like. Red Milestones at 12.1. I'm expecting qualifying to be quite close around here. It's a short track, therefore the margins shouldn't be too much. So at least the top 10 should be separated within a second. Fingers crossed. You'll get Dutch followed by Southwest English on Thursday. That's a beautiful combination of Thomas and Lewis. Just trying to find an image of the track map with all the corners, and I'm going to see if I can butcher them. Teaspoon looks like he's finishing a lap. And he's retired. Oh! And the second to last corner. Teaspoon's coming in. J-Ray is a half a tenth down. Oh, he's just invalidated though. So here's Scott's not doing. Tivo spun on the inside of turn 1, which is very easy to do. Sorry to flick through. So everyone at the moment is there's a lull. There's a lull in qualifying. Speed trap of 203. That's interesting. A track where it suits more of the high downforce. Yeah, high downforce setups. Yeah. I'm expecting drivers to run the high 30s in terms of downforce, which should be fairly interesting. I'm trying to find on my laptop, sorry we're watching Scott do his lap, to see what all the proper corner names are called. I've looked at them and I can't do it. Oh, that's in Narcissus. Didn't even realise. Sorry, sir. I don't realise when it's Twitch names and Discord names and racer names are very different. You have to keep me updated on my toes. NRDYAV Gamer. Thanks for the follow. It is at the moment. Tier 3 is our lowest division and it runs on a Monday. It was Tier 4, but unfortunately, due to several things, whoa, as Tivo's lost it through what is turn 7 and 8, we had to unfortunately drop Tier 4 in order to get suitable grids for 3 tiers, so we've done it that way. So EU3 run on a Monday, there's a cross-play Tier 2 on a Tuesday, EU2 on a Wednesday, and it's like what started as a cross-play and EU1 separate, it's a mash-up of both on a Thursday, so top tier is on a Thursday, all run at the same time at 9 PM UK. Hope that is enough information for you if you are unsure. There you go. So yeah, that's the current state of it. There's a few other things going on. GT7's just launched as well, which should be very exciting. A lot of guys that are interested in that at the moment. And yeah, we've got about 8 races, so it's all about trying to keep things ticking over until the new game comes out, because obviously not many people have enjoyed this game as much as others. But it is what it is. I know I'm very appreciative of all the guys that turn up week in, week out at the moment to carry on racing. So that is superb from them. Cornish Mantis has retired from qualifying. Cygate is pretty much matching his time. Yes, sorry. I have seen your message. Then I would, yeah, you know what to do with that, as you'll probably listen to me as well. Sorry, I am trying to multitask Discord on my phone and fine, as long as, yeah, if you had to do as a worst case scenario plays, then yes, you're fine, you should be alright, but obviously have it saved just in case someone pulls you up for it. Right, less than 30 seconds to go. Two Spell is on his last attempt. Cornish Mantis with 11.2 at the moment, the pole lap, which is blistering. I think that's going to put him very in amongst the midfield for EU2 on Wednesday. Two Spell is in the pits. Cygate, I think, is possibly coasting around. Amazed if this is a lap. Tim has rejoined. J-Ray is not on the lap. S11 is up. Try and find out who's the next person to come across there. It is going to be Acid Masters in the Alpine. As we head into the Hans Ernst Bock part of the track. Through turn 13 and 14. DRS is going to open up about now. Try and take it time. Let's type over a line. 11.7 and a purple 63 as well. Red Basker's in. Frignista, who's Blue Shark currently into get his other account back. He's going to improve. Does 11.7 as well, quite close in the midfield. What is Tebow going to do? Tebow is spun and will set. Well, you might as well set a lap time to get a couple of places. But he's going to come into the pits. Okay, and that will conclude qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for those guys that attended so far. We've got about 12, 13 of you in the chat at the moment. Those that are in the chat, can you send your predictions in? I'll have a read because they'll pop up on my laptop and on my TV screen, so I'll see both at the same time. Incredibly close, as we expected, mainly between the top 9, separated by just over a second. Sixth to sorry, let's get it right. Second to sixth separated by just under a tenth and a half, so it looks to be very, very close. I think Cornish Mantis has been strong in qualifying. It's just this race pace he's slightly not as strong as, but hopefully if he hears me he can prove that wrong, because I know he'll have the support of Cornish Cuck and Rosa in that party at the moment. Mountains of experience. We'll wait for Tin Man. What Tin Man's doing? Don't know what Tin Man's doing. I'm going to find out what's going on. whilst that, whoa, that was weird. Yeah, Cornish Panics on pole continues his good form. Sygate second, Two Spell third. So all championship contenders are in amongst it. At the moment, I need to just refresh the page because it's probably not been redone since Japan. They're all in the front. J-Ray 4th, Franista 5th, Aston Martin's 6th, Red Mile 7th, Pure Blades 8th, X427 9th, Gru 10th, Severe Scott 11th, Ami's 10th, but he's got a better time than Escobar. That's weird. Tin Man, Crate Magician, and Tebow. 16 drivers at the ready. I have seen a couple of people throwing some predictions in. I'd be amazed if the Wizard crashed. I can't remember the last time that's happened, AJ. Mantis 2-spell Sygate, 2-spell Sygate Mantis. So the Mantis, that's the same combination of drivers, just completely, jumping about a bit. I think we're going to get maybe a couple of safety cars here, which should be interesting. There you go, as I talk about, AJ's putting 3 safety cars. From what I've seen, the weather should stay dry, but it's overcast, so that could mean anything when it comes to F1 2022. Overcast could also just be rain. Who knows? It may try and have a few spits and spots at some point. 4 DNFs as well for AJ. Any other takers? This is where I would like, if I was smart enough, this is where I'd be able to like channel points for things and gift channel points for people. Or place your bets in as channel points, your Twitch channel points. At least 4 DNFs, well, a bit harsh. Tyres. Oh, as usual, EU3 spring the changes. And we've got all 3 tyre compounds in action, which is fantastic. I've just seen Acid Masters hit the wall. Not a good omen. So, top 4 are on the medium tyre. 57th are on the hards, Blades is on the mediums, X-Forces on the softs, Brew on the hards, Severe Scott, both of the Williams are on the mediums, hards for Escobar, Tin Man and Crane Magician, and then Tebow is on the soft tyre. So we're expecting Tebow and X427 to get off to good starts and use that soft rubber to good measure, especially when they've got hard runners in front of them. We're probably going to see some carnage into turn 1, and also, I would say, also turn 3. I like to call like a mini carousel, because there is a variety of lines you can take through that corner. A high line and then low on exit, or just high all the way around, or low all the way around. We'll see the different lines people take around that corner as the race goes on. So Mantis leads the way, who has a resurgence of form recently. Wise Garber, Two-Spell and Sygate to follow that. Acid Masters is the last one on the grid. A few disqualifications. There is some interesting parking from the front too. You see that? Not quite in the middle. The Red Bull and the Aston Martin, as the Red Bull looks to attack the pole sitter. Lights out, nearly. And away we go, we're off to a decent start. I can't really tell from here. It's Cygate from the Mantis. So Cygate's made a good start as we all pile into turn one. Hopefully everybody makes it through nice and clean as we have the lovely helicopter on board shots. McLaren nearly squeezed by the Aston Mine into turn two. But Cygate is away and has made a good start. Everybody has made it through, but there is an Alpha Tauri off at the back. It's lost a little bit of time as we head through down into turn 7 and now turn 8. So far, so good. As they all follow each other through. One by one, there's a slow spinner of the house. And that is, we'll have a look in a second, just trying to keep the screen clear as possible so you can see the action on track. Purple middle sector from the Mantis in response to losing first pole position. Cygate leads us away. We'll flip the thing back on. We've had a crash. It's Severe Scott out turn 12. It's one of a couple of corners around here you've got to look out for. For me, turn 1, exit of turn 7, the inside curve of turn 9 as well, and turn 10. And we'll see that turn 13. If you touch the inside corner or you run it on the exit, the car will try and spin. Let's have a look at the position changes. Thibaut's up 5 on those soft tyres. Dan's up 2, Andy's up 3, Creighton's just up 3, but other than that, not too much movement from everybody else. A couple positions here and there. Red Mask is down 7. He was the Alpha Tauri that we saw spinning round. We'll change it back to the tyre graphic. DRS will be enabled this time around. As Thibaut's gone past Gru, Creighton Magician spun, but seems to be okay. No front wing damage, and that Mercedes can just carry on. It's all a learning experience for those after a long time out. Tin Man and Rickmaster swapped position, and Cygate's not out of DRS yet, as DRS is enabled this time around. 36 laps round Zandvoort, so it's going to be should be one of the shorter races because it's a short distance, short lap time. But you never know. There seems to be a train forming. X427 cannot keep up with the top 6, who are all line astern. That is Scott in the ball turn 3. Okay. There's a lot of curves here that are a little tricky that you need to keep an eye on. Blades has had a bit of a moment through turn 9, which was one of the corners to keep an eye on, so he's dropped back off the lead, but he's still got a comfortable gap to X14 in the 7th by about 3 seconds. Let's go again. Problem is in this game, once the tyres are lit up and warm, they tend to be a pain in the backside to keep cool. Mantis responds. We're going to see a move, I think, for P7. Frignis is going to go to the inside on the hard tyre. X427 will try and hold it round the outside, but the Haas driver's got the move covered. Next stop will be the Williams, and then T-Bone, and with a little gap to Gru down in 11th place. So just a couple of gaps developing on this opening lap. The Wizard also struggling to stay within the DRS of Acid Masters, so the top 6 is broken into a top 5, which could be breaking into a top 4 if people aren't too careful. See how quick Fred Nista can close down the gap to the Blades. I would suggest the way in which that Aston's dropping off is that the tyre pressures are a little bit too high and possibly overheating than what I could guess. Magician's gone again in the same, exactly the same place. I believe that's turn. Oh, there he goes. Blades is gone. Turn 10. It was for. He's sitting there waiting for everybody to go past, like a good boy. Yeah, tyre temps are horrendous. I think he's got the pressure too far because it's the setup he said he was trying to use. Move, Ami has ended up on the outside of turn 3, and Blades has retired from the session. I'm waiting for some kind of message now saying it was rubbish. Oh, yeah, that'd be grand. Hang on, sorry everyone. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Oh, it's a Williams running wide. Amy. Once again, hopefully that's all sorted out. That took forever to sort itself. Hello.
Hello. I'm here.
Did the tyres get a bit hot?
No, not particularly.
Oh, right.
Just went on its own.
Oh, lovely. The usual.
I had a 5-second penalty coming anyway, so.
Oh, we'll talk about that later. Fragnisa's dropped since you've arrived, and Fragnisa's dropped massively off the back from where you were.
Yes. I wonder potentially if he's had an issue. Maybe our moment.
Well, the gap between him and Two-Spell wasn't that big. It was a couple of seconds between all you, and now it's nearly 7 seconds. I mean, I know Two-Spell's on the mediums, but yeah, not too bad. Oh, this is painful to watch the Williams struggle down in 14th and 15th.
Yeah, I think I may have caused one of those. But it's fine. I hope we can move past it. I hope you still love me.
Oh yeah, well, it's fine. Young Squires in the pits early, first one to blink, putting on the hard tyres. I've seen him do this move before when we were teammates. An opening stint on the softs and then run those hard tyres to the end of the race.
Oh, is this Danny?
It is, and there's a move for the lead. Cornish Mantis has got past Sygate into turn 7 of all places. So there must have been a mistake there. Ami's retired in the pit, which is okay.
Yes, it was at the very end of the pit lane.
That's where the box is, unfortunately.
That's where the box is, yeah. You're right.
So we've got 2 groups of cars. We've got top 5, where there's not been much movement. And we've got Thibaut holding up a couple in 7th and 8th. Yes, AJ, 2 down, 2 to go, and then you've got your prediction of at least 4 people to retire correct. Congratulations. J-Ray has spun it on the inside corner of turn 1. Hopefully that's correct. I don't know. I wasn't watching. Oh.
No, you weren't watching, weren't you?
No, not really. I was just seeing what's going on.
No, I was writing an apology.
Oh, fair enough.
We have a yellow flag. It is Anne Red Bull, by the way. It is Anne Sygate.
Sygate, crucial.
Oh. And Cornish Mantis as well had a bit of Anne moment.
That is, I'm going to tell you what, there's a right scrap going on behind because Red Mask is trying to get past Thibaut. Side by side, Red Mask should have it done with the DRS.
I think our good friend Mr. X427 will be needing a new race suit after that.
Yes, well, premonition has spun.
I think it was Escobar that came on in front of him. Oh, jeezy, beeps, man.
Cygate is, to say struggling would be an understatement. Made a great start, got up to first, and then since then he's dropped down to 6th place with the spin. Tebo's picked up a 5-second time penalty. If he goes to anything other than the hards, I'll be amazed. He's gone the mediums. Brilliant. There it was. Great.
I'm sure he's shocked and stunned.
I thought he'd just go to the hards right at the end. So he's going to have to. The problem is they're going to have to stop again, and he needs a safety car for then that to happen. If I'm being honest.
And now we have a battle for the lead.
We do. We have a battle for the lead.
It exists. It's happening.
It
Three-way.
It is. It was 6 at one point. It's down to 3 at the moment.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
No, we don't talk about these things. Fragnisa has not been able to close down the gap to J-Ray. In fact, J-Ray's made a mistake and then extended by just over a second a bit. So it's either Fragnisa is a little bit slow than J-Ray in general, or that's the tyre delta between the two. I haven't decided. But then you look at how Acid Masters is doing, and the Mantis, who's currently on one at the moment, is the Mantis.
Sorry, mate, I wasn't paying attention. What were you saying?
I was saying the Mantis is currently on run at the moment. Good run of form.
Yes. Well, so was I. This happened.
Well, you know. Good points for the Aston Martin team recently.
Hopefully the Astons can bookend the field.
Yes, that would be...
And Cornish can hold on.
Well, I reckon if Cornish will be happy with another podium this week, because I think that'll make it 3 in a row. Which is
I wouldn't mind a word with him.
Well, look, we'll have a chat. We like having a chat.
Oh, chat. I wasn't happy last week, not with Cornish, but I wasn't happy with the way certain drivers went about that last lap. I'm not here to voice my concerns on the broadcast. So, what have you seen?
I've seen something, and it's not raining, but it's a red flashy light at the back of the Alpine.
Is that the Alpine of Acid Masters?
Yes, it is.
Is there a red flashy light anywhere else on the grid?
Nope.
It's not the rain light, it just means it's charging.
Well, for me it's like a rain light, because, you know, it's the closest we're going to get to anything.
Should have rain lights in the game, and red flags.
And green lights for novices. For the newbies, that'd be quite good. He's running out of battery trying to keep up with Cornish, which is a testament to Cornish's pace, considering Acid Masters is having to using the DRS as well.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
I was expecting a safety car by now. I'm a bit shocked, to be honest.
I am as well. Don't worry, it's EU3. It's got elements of EU4 about it, so it's always a good.
Could have been me.
Hang on. There it is. Escobar heard your command, Blades.
Timed that one perfectly.
Well done. That is a commentator's curse right there.
Nah, because I didn't name him.
No, but...
Did everything but named him.
The top 3 or 4 guys have got out ahead of the safety car, so these guys will be on the Delta for about a lap. Everyone else has come into the pits, which is good news for the likes of Cygate and Co.
Yeah, however, they will also be under Delta, so how much it's going to matter, I'm not sure.
Well, let's put it this way. At least the field will be close together. Acid Masters seems to be really keen to get past Cornish Mantis.
if I'm honest, that's why I retired. I had the 5-second penalty coming. I thought,
you never know.
Am I really going to do 36 laps just for there to be a late safety car? And I lose all the positions because of a penalty?
But it could have been like one person. So they're both in. So both of these are in. Oh, when there's contact, one slowing down a bit more than the other. I'm expecting everybody to come in. I'll be amazed if anyone stays out. Yeah, they're all going to come in. Oh, Frignice has got a 5-second time penalty for...
It's a yoke. The 5 seconds.
Athanas has gone to the medium time, as expected, really. Medium and hard's being used.
I think he's going to have to pit again.
I would say anyone that's on the medium tyre will have to pit again.
So, whether that's, whether that's very smart of him, we don't know, as it stands. Right, what should we talk about since we've got 2 more laps of this going on?
We have.
How about Wrexham?
What? The cycling GK doing bits once again, because that's what he does.
Well, shouldn't be playing in that league really, but yes, he does bits.
He does bits. Well, I'd usually have a bank of conversations. At this point, this is where Shane's fantastic, because he just waffles on about anything.
How about Grimsby? What a team.
What a team, man. 96-minute winner today. Later.
It's just how we do it,
Playoffs.
It's how Grimsby operate, Playoffs are still alive, so...
Playoffs are well and truly alive. They're sort of like chunks of tick, not a damaging defeat today, but it means we're probably going to have to play one extra playoff game to...
Yes, Deathstorm. Yes, Deathstorm has suggested cycling.
Yes.
How about Mathieu van der Poel winning in Paris? Whipping out the cycling conversation.
When is the Tour de France? Has it already happened?
I don't know. It's usually in like July, isn't it?
It's the only real one I've done.
The Tour de France, the Vuelta,
the
Giro
Italia. Tour de France is July this year. It's 1st July to the 23rd of July.
Ball knowledge, wheel knowledge, even on 2 wheels.
It will be its 110th edition. Which makes it older. Makes sense really when you come to think about it.
Makes sense. When you consider, bicycles have been around a lot longer than
take their time, haven't they, really?
Motor cars.
Be interesting to see. Oh no, I won't say it because that'll be a very touchy and political subject. I don't want to go down.
Go on, dare you?
I was going to say maybe you're not going to have any oil activists, are you? Jumping across, gluing themselves to the track.
Yeah, no. Pedal power.
Pedal power. I don't know if Cavendish is going to win a stake. He's a good riding issue.
I think he is.
Has he got the record? The sprint record?
I don't know. It's a good question. I'd quite like to find out.
I'm going to use my friends at Google to find the answer. Other search engines
got another lap of this.
Other search engines are able though.
I know he's tied the stage record. But
He's won 34 Tour de France stages, putting him on the first spot on the all-time list together with... together. So he needs one more.
I don't know. I like to think Wout van Aert could win it this year, but Pogacar's very good. So
I heard this bloke called Lance Armstrong. Apparently he was prolific.
Yeah, apparently he was very good back in the day. But
before he's a cheap, but
not really. Just before people knew he was a cheat.
Yeah. Before we start calling out how people are frauds and everything, safety car is in this lap, thank goodness.
Speaking of frauds, poor Molly. Anyway, back to the race.
I would do as well. Cornish Madness is going to lead the way, closely followed by Acid Masters. So
yeah,
it should be interesting. Be interesting to see how this goes on the rundown into turn 1. I'm not even going to say it. YBWR Lou. Thank you for the follow.
That actually looks like a Welsh word.
It does. Welcome to the stream. 17 people so far this evening. Congratulations. Cornish is going to leave this until the very last minute.
Whoa!
Whoa! Someone decided to go.
No, I think Cornish just got a bit sideways there.
Cornish is off though, closely followed by the Alpine. There is squabbling further back as we see the Red Bull of Cygate and Red Mask and the AlphaTauri make a move.
There's a J-Ray. Oh, he's up there. Oh!
I've seen people and been a victim of a squeeze on turn 3 general.
Yeah, that was interesting,
So, to say the least. All good news is all 13 drivers have made it through so far. Cue the spin from someone in a second.
Probably Danny. Hopefully Danny.
Combination of medium and hard tyres in use, everybody. So you know what I'm going to do at the moment? I'm just going to leave it as it is and just see if they dealt stitch the intervals. Only thing needs to at the moment with a time penalty, that's for speeding in the pit lane. If you, I'll be amazed, Blades, if anyone picks up a track limit penalty around here. Because it usually involves death and destruction.
Yeah, you can't go off the track here, can you? You just die. But
this is why we like this. This is why I sometimes like this circuit, because it is more old
what
school.
A run! What a run for Acid Master. He's up the inside.
He says, what a run. Acid Masters side by side with the Mantis. And Acid Masters has got the move done. I would say kind of expected.
I think defending that position is not Cornish Mantis' prerogative.
No, not yet. That'll be later on in the race.
Yes, I would think, as it stands, Cornish Mantis is a net P1.
Tebow.
Unless Acid Masters is a madman.
Well, he's shown that he has got the pace. He's on E3 and E2 at the moment. Tebow had a little bit of an incident. Don't know if that was a spin or contact. Tin Man got past X4 P9, but that was expected because he's on the medium tyre. So they're relatively behaving themselves at the moment. As the trains start to develop. Choo.
All aboard the locomotive.
Yes. Acid Masters 1.3 seconds, so we've broken the DRS. I think he's, I would say he's as Red Mask gets very close to the back of the Ferrari 2 spell. I would say he's running a low downforce setup because he's stronger through the long corners and straight lines. But we'll see when he comes up to the tight and twisted section of Sector 2, the gap won't grow as much. In fact, it is coming down. Another track where track position is key.
Yes, and isn't it always key? It's basically a go-kart track, let's be honest.
It is.
Not that I'm complaining. When you can drive this track properly, it is very fun to drive. But
so you'll see it now. Aston Martin's is growing that gap down the straight, but then he'll lose a little bit of time through sector 1, parts of sector 1 and sector 2. Although he's used a lot more energy than everybody else again. He's down to about 22% at the moment, compared to Mantis behind him on 60%. Sector 1, that is Tebow on the outside, and that could bring a safety car or a VSC, and X427 is round.
Now that's a curse.
Blades is, oh, that's a retirement on track from Tebow. The car's just moved.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Interesting.
Oh dear. That would be... He's very fortunate that has not caused a VSC or safety car. Very fortunate. Gap to lead is now nearly 2 seconds for the Alpine. Deathstorm's going to be tightening it up on his books. Penalty points. I'm not going to take the mick out of Deathstorm. He does all the penalties and stuff. It's a painful task sometimes. Yeah. Oh, the leader's gone! The leader's gone! Blades is gone! Asset Passes is gone! Oh, there's the safety car. I'm not surprised. There's a lot of debris.
Safety car.
There's a lot of debris. I was about to say, he's going for the gap to nearly 2.5 seconds and was going well, and J.O. was under pressurising Mantis, and then he's gone. He's spun.
Well, running a low downforce setup here is not a very smart thing to do. Because this track has got more twists and turns than a Wrexham Grimsby playoff semi-final.
NRD gamer. I can imagine that. Ah, bloody hell!
Now, my Mantis is going to stay out, and my laptop's just crashed.
Oh
dear!
Devastating. Frog needs to drive through penalty under the safety car.
I have launched my pen across the room for you.
Blaze's laptop's on the blink. Pen's been thrown, but also many things get thrown from the Haas car. Not only has he got to serve the 5-second time penalty for speeding the pit lane from the first time round, he's now also got a drive-through to serve afterwards. Good thing there's only 12 people left, eh? And AJ, there you go. AJ, look, there's 4 DNFs. Got what you wanted.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I will put the tyre graphic back on for everybody.
Tin Man, you brave man.
You've given Blades a... No.
Yeah.
Yes, he has. He has. That is a brave individual, and if it works, you're a bloody genius. But it's going to have to work somewhat, considering the 2 guys that run the softs earlier only made it to 8 laps. AJ's also 1 safety car away from having 3 safety cars. Goal! You alright? See the ghost or something?
Mantis nearly hit the back of the safety car.
Oh! Hello.
I did that once. In this very car.
He's ensuring he's giving himself 10 car lengths now. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, Tin Man! Just, you get my bugbear. Just getting penalties under the safety car when you're not supposed to be pushing so hard.
Yeah. Yeah, Tin Man. Yeah. You donut.
I can't say some of the things I was going to say.
You can't think of PG words to use. Bloody idiot.
Fool.
Oh, Wally.
Yes. Has he got brolly as well? Wally with the brolly.
The Wally with the brolly. Now we are waffling.
We are. If anyone's a supporter of England, then you know who the Wally with the brolly is.
Or Newcastle. Or Manchester United.
Or FC20.
Yeah, boy.
Ball knowledge. Safety car's in this lap. Yay! Cornish Mantis will try again. But this time he's not got the Alpine behind him. The Alpine is on another set of mediums, but he's down in 9th this time. What, FC20?
FC20. How about we whip out a hair and vein?
Adder Den Haag.
I'd just like to congratulate Scunthorpe United on making it out of the National League at their first attempt.
Yeah. Really good.
Before we get going again.
We're cultured.
Yeah, ball knowledge.
Shout out Thomas, Robert and Lars. Oh, we've got plenty of movement. X427's picked up 2 positions off the restart. Acid Masters is ghosting in 8th place. There's a yellow flag. That's because Tin Man has died. So his Scott has also hit the wall, and we've just called that as well. He's going to be in trouble for that one.
Oh dear.
Right, we will move on. 2Spell is dropped out of the Eurozone already. The top 5 need to escape. Because I think the battle for 6th and 7th at the moment will be very important. In fact, there it is, the battle of 6th and 7th, as Red Mast chops across Acid Masters, who's then lost the place to Frangnista, who's still got his drive-through penalty to serve at some point. Trying to go around the outside of turn 13. That is very brave.
Here
turn
comes a
14. He's going to serve it now. Don't retire in the pits, please. Just take the penalty and get on with it, because you may get points because people keep crashing.
I think you're going to get your wish, mate.
What was that?
He's going to stay in the race. It doesn't look like he's...
Well, he's only 11th, because Severe Scott's have to come in, and he won't be that far behind Tin Man. If there's any track you want to pick up a drive-through penalty, it's probably here.
Yeah, no pit lane at all.
Yeah, no pit lane at all. Well, you could tell he's only come out 19 seconds off the lead, and he was what, 7 seconds? So he's only taken like a 14-second penalty. No, Frangnista, the guy that's 11th is actually Frangnista. Red Master spun on the inside curb of turn...
I was going to mention that, but then you started waffling. I didn't want to interrupt.
No, that's right, you just interrupt me. I'm used to being here and having to waffle when there's just fun.
You waffle constantly, man.
Yeah. Blue Shark is Frangnista until he gets his account back. That's the account he's using. Just because he has TNG in it. Escobar was actually Escobar. He was coming back to race him, so it's not Frangnista.
Escobar wasn't Frangnista?
No, Escobar is Escobar.
Man, I'm confused.
It is. It's a confusing situation down at AlphaTauri because they keep swapping places. They can't decide who wants to be in front. One takes the high line, one takes the low line. Team Man has let Red Mask through. Sorted out eventually. Yes, so Frignista had been using Escobar's account to race because his actual account's been banned. Escobar since has then come back because he's asked to rejoin. So Escobar, the person Escobar's car tonight was Escobar, and the one that's Blue Shark is Fragnista's account that he's using until he gets his main account back after it being banned. Does that make sense?
No.
Right, cool.
Anyway.
More waffle.
11 laps to go.
There is.
J-Ray with the rear wing open this time. Down the main straight, but nothing doing in terms of getting past. Acid Masters is making a little bit of headway. He's got past Grove.
Oh, he's just pumped in the fastest lap as well. Talk about confusing. Haven't tried sorting it out yourself and then making it all understand.
Yeah, try being an admin in this situation. Oh, we've got a 10-man out. That's a shame.
10-man is out, so Savitz is up to... he's up to 11th, considering he's crashed a few times. X427 down the inside of Crow Magician to turn 7.
And now I'm starting to think I should have stayed in this race and not been...
Ferrari's gone out of shape. It's like a little Ferrari versus Mercedes. However, this is for lower end of the points. Crow Magician gets back underneath. And Mercedes stays ahead again.
Oh, there's a Blue Shark crashed. It's
Blue
Fragnista.
It is Fragnista. Him and Severe Scott will be scrapping over the last point. Oh, he's gone again! And Severe Scott's on the charge. There he is. Aston Masters is also on the charge. He's down the inside of Cygate. We have got 10 to go. Can he make it to the front? It's going to be hard to say no. But is he going to use all the medium, everything he's got off the medium tyre by the time he gets there and then run out of tyre towards the end?
I think that is more... Blue Shark's got again, and Severe Scott is it back in the points.
Severe Scott had got past him on the run down to that. That's just the tyres overheating. But there's 10 to go, so I reckon there could be another safety car or something. Who knows? Coming into the pits. Don't speed this time. And carry on.
And don't retire.
Yeah, it's a silly situation. We had it the other week where someone retired when they were 11th and there was only 9 finishes in the end. So, he's putting on the softs. Good man. Create Magician is closing onto the back of Gru after he's got past the Ferrari. Aston Masters has got past Two-Spell. We saw that in the far shot. Create Magician down the inside into turn 1. Gets it done.
I was very confused for a second there. J-Ray was ghosting through Blue Shark and it was confusing me.
That is very interesting. Is he a lap down? Oh, it has. Sorry, the time delta threw me off. I didn't think it got to that stage already. Chorus Mantis leads to J-Ray. Acid Masters closing in. Two-Spell is following in hot pursuit. Cygate's got himself into 5th at the moment. Chrome Magician on the charge. Gru will be interested to see what he does because he's on 16 lap old mediums.
Shane is in the chat, apologising.
It's okay. At least it's because you didn't fall asleep this time.
It's okay, Shane, I'm here.
Page is here, it's fine. We've got it covered. And we've got 20 people now watching. Beautiful. We've got about 8 laps to go.
I'm only here to have a talk with my team, mate.
Yes. Well, he's doing a good job at the moment, although he's only got a buffer of 4 attempts to J-Ray, who's absolutely hanging him. Again, though, person that's following Manchester has got less ERS than the Aston Martin. Who can't get? He's going to be slightly distracted by.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think Fregnista should be getting out of the way and not.
He either needs to get on with it or move, I would suggest, because he's on the soft tyre.
Sit there, like...
You're on the soft tyre, lad. You should be able to pump ahead away from these guys, to be fair.
I mean, I'm sure Mantis won't exactly be saying no. He's going to get the DRS. But it must be annoying to have that car in front of you.
It will. The DRS will save Mantis this time around. But they're going to have a...
I think this is just bordering on ignoring blue flags at this point.
The problem is...
he's not really pulling away.
He's going to probably pull away the next couple of laps, but then he's going to come back at them because the soft tyres will be falling away towards the end of the race. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Not much movement from anybody else. Sygate's dropped a bit more off the back of Two Spell, and Craig Magician kind of matching him at the moment. We'll keep an eye on the battle 6th, 7th and 8th because it's going to be quite close, I feel, towards the end. Aston Masters, meanwhile, has got himself into DRS range, but he's got no battery now.
And are we looking at a DRS train to finish it now?
Well,
with, oddly enough, Fregnista at the front.
Yeah. Well, Fregnista needs to try and keep in front of these so he doesn't go a lap down. Because if someone crashes on the last lap and he's not on the lead lap, he won't get that point.
No, absolutely right.
It'd be interesting to see if Two Spell could come back at these guys, but I don't think the Ferrari's got the pace to do so. It's not really shown.
It just depends if he can maybe. Whoa! And there goes the Haas out of the way.
I suggest
not the way he probably wanted to, but.
No. I suggest he kind of keeps it up the way at the moment. He will do it at the moment because there's a gap between Aston Masters and Two Spell.
But I have a sneaking suspicion this could be it for Mantis's lead.
It could be. I'm also trying to keep an eye on the battle for 6th because I think that will get interesting.
That could get tasty.
If Gru and X427 can't get past Craig Magician, Grandmaster's got plenty of battery to cruise up onto the back of those guys.
Okay, Mantis still in the lead down into turn 1 as we move into lap 32. 5 laps to go in this one.
Mantis has got the battery. Compared to the two behind, he's got the battery power.
Oh, and Acid Masters... they're fighting so much, he's actually out of DRS range now.
Yeah, Jade, so there's been obviously a bit of a... I mean, did you see what happened? Because that's a lot of time that's just been lost.
No, I think it was just a bit of a coming together. I don't think there was any malice or intent. I think Acid Masters maybe slung it up the inside and J-Ray wasn't expecting it, and they just sort of came together.
It's allowed Two Spell, though, to get DRS.
And I think Two Spell will be reporting.
Yeah, he'll be on the phone very quickly. Although Frenicia's got out of the way, to be fair.
Dialing up the Ferrari international assistance.
So that's given Cornish some breathing space. So we'll see if Jarry's got the pace now to close that back up again. But like Acid Masters, not got much battery. Neither has Two Spell. Sygate's not got much either. Gru's trying to go down the inside of Create Magician. Didn't get the move done. Gru's doing quite well, Blades, on his 21 lap old medium.
Yeah, he's battling hard. He's fighting to keep those alive. They must be screaming at him.
Yeah, they must be screaming. Red Mask has got the gap down to 3.5 seconds. Can he find a turn of pace? He's got 97. Use the battery. He's got 97% battery. Please use it.
I think, much like me, he's a bit afraid. Is afraid the right word to use the battery?
Apprehensive.
There's a phrase I would like to use, but I can't.
No.
So
you know what would happen if you were to do
yeah,
that.
I'd owe money that I don't have.
Indeed.
That's a good point from BK. Gru is a tyre whisperer.
Is he smarto levels of tyre saving?
Oh.
I tell you what, if someone...
and that's masked. That's absolutely masked creator magician being lagged out of the session, I think.
Is it?
Oh, no!
Oh, no, Mikey, no. We're gonna see him try and get him back quick. Sorry, everyone.
We went. It's alright, we'll go Cos Radio. So, with around 2.5 laps to go in this one, we've got Cornish Mantis in the lead, followed by J-Ray and Acid Masters, and the thing's come back, so...
It has come back.
I don't have to do this anymore.
No, you don't. What a move, like X427 round the outside. It's not really the same. He's joined back in, so he's not lost too much time. He's lost a couple of places, but it's doable with 2 laps to go. Red Mask is 1.7 seconds now off the back of these, so it could get very tasty. J-Ray's responded to Mantis, but it's not enough. 3 tenths, or 4 tenths of a second this time. Oh no! No! No, he's pitting him! He's always come to the pits. Why? What's happened? Red Mask is coming as well. What? Huh?
Did it pit him, or did he pit?
I'm confused. If he's pitted,
So am I.
I'm amazed.
But he just got a 5-second time penalty. He must have pitted.
Why? What? Oh, great! Producers hit the wall as well. Turn 3. Why have they both? Red Mask could have finished 6th. Because look how slow Gru's going.
And incredibly, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Gru is nursing those mediums. Red Mask would have had the pace on all the guys in front of him to finish 6th. There's a move for 2nd. Oh, contact! Just saw the end of that. J-Ray on Acid Masters. 2-spell picks up the position.
I was going to say, is this 2-spell picking up the scratch?
Oh, Sygate's run deep. Sygate got past the ran deep into turn 1, went off the track. He had the place and lost it.
Is this 2-spell picking up scraps again? As has become, so to speak, on brand.
On brand. Sygate had 4th and he's run deep into turn 1 and lost the position. Daddy's got ahead of Grugruck's King. Missed that in the drama that was unfolding in front of us. But into the last couple of calls for the final time, Cornish Mantis has controlled 2 safety car restarts, lost the lead on the opening lap after getting pole position, but got it straight back, and for the 2nd time in a number of weeks is going to win.
Neil's going to get P2 because J-Ray's
run out of fuel. Wizards picked up a couple of positions on the line. Mantis wins the Grand Prix. He is the Dutch Grand Prix winner. 2-spell picked up 2 positions on the last lap to gift away to him. J-Ray in 3rd. Asmos is 4th. I'm sure we'll be looking at that incident between the 2 of them at some point.
I'm sure the Acid Masters will be fuming as well.
I think I would be slightly livid as well. Sygate had a very interesting race to say the least. Finished 5th. Export 276 grew 7th. Red Miles fastest lap and 8th position. Cray Magician finishes it in 9th. That's only going to be, it won't be far ahead of Severe Scott, who's dug in and he has kept hold of a point. Well, that looked like it was going to go one way and it ended a very different way.
That got very eventful.
It did very quickly. Cornish Mantis is your winner. 25 points going to Aston Martin as they bookend the results. Two Spell picks up another podium despite looking at 4th place with just over a lap or so to go. J-Ray 3rd, provisionally. I'm sure we'll be seeing the incident between him and Aston Masters, who finishes in 4th. Sidegate, a little bit off the pace today, but finishes 5th. Good damage limitation from where it could have been. X427, 6th, so double points for the Ferraris. Double points for the McLarens, with Gru finishing 7th. Red Mask 8th, may have been a little bit higher after that confusing pit stop towards the end. The same said for Cray Magician. Severe Scott finished in 10th. Point for the Williams team. Fragnista in 11th, who retired. Tin Man 12th, also Dunph, Thibaut Dunph, Escobar with a DNF, Annie with a DNF, and Senor Blades also with a DNF.
Just wanted to come give you some company, mate.
Thank you very much. I will quickly invite people. It's been really slow at adding people. We'll eventually get them in. God. It's like starting up a generator, this. I have to do this manually. Right, that should be everybody added, hopefully. Everything's going really slowly. Let's find the Aston Martin car. Yeah, weird.
Not for the last time this season.
Oh, not for. Very strong statement there. We'll wait and see if Joe. Actually, let's go to Two Spell whilst we wait for JJ. Where is he? Was that performing your magic again? Some sorcery voodoo stuff that's going on. Look,
groovy voodoo.
It's groovy voodoo. It's It's become a bit of a habit recently. A couple of places picked up on the last lap, considering you were staring down the barrel of a fourth place.
Yeah, well, I was trying to play it safe, and then I saw that Acid Masters with his crazy internet connection was diving in front of J Ray in the last first corner of the last lap, and I was like, oh. And then he spun round, took that, and then about 5 seconds after that happened, Elvis told me that J Ray was running out of petrol.
Oh, nice. That's
so.
Always nice to hear.
Stay as close as I could, and then popped past him on the last corner. I was like, when's this happening, Elvis? Come on, Elvis, don't let me down.
On the grid.
I was in the party with him. He's ran out of fuel on the last lap.
We've all been
or the last corner, sorry.
Presents this whole season. It's just like, here's another present for you, mate.
Look, didn't have. I'll be honest, didn't have the outright pace today, so P2 for you is probably a bit of a bonus result.
I mean, if I'd pushed, I think I could have won that. I was trying to drive really slowly and avoiding accident. Anytime anyone came up to pass me, I was like, just go, I'll follow you.
I think Acid Masters was the quickest today. It's just the safety car timing was really bad.
Well, Acid Masters I was getting quite annoyed at because obviously I couldn't connect to him, so I was like, I need to stay away from him, and then he nearly lucked himself into a Lewis Hamilton by causing the second safety car that he needed based on his tyres. Because he'd have had to have boxed anyway. But then he did a stupid into turn 1 and came off worse off. Because J-Ray did well to recover after his spin in the first bit, so well done to Mantis.
So despite missing last week, the Wizard continues his streak of podiums at the moment. It's consistency is key. What a surprise. What a surprise, eh? Congratulations, Wizard. J-Ray's now here. We'll move on to J-Ray for his P3. Look, without controversy, but you know, is what it is. P3 gave yourself much of a chance today to get on the podium. How was it in general?
I felt pretty quick. We had a group of us that after about 10 laps had pulled a good 4 or 5 seconds, and obviously, you know, all the quick guys were definitely up there with the points. I had a moment. I touched the curb on turn 1, like lap 11, and I just knew it was gone. But I recovered all right. Lost about 5 seconds, so the safety car definitely helped me. Which when I switched onto the hards and just go hard to the end. I mean, well, I need to look at the replay back on myself and Acid Masters, but I felt like I left the room. But it was obviously the last lap he could go for it, so I have to. But it felt pretty good. I think Mantis was rapid. I was happy being in the DRS. We got away for a long time from 2 spells. So yeah, it was a good race.
Probably looking at your results, probably much needed considering. Azerbaijan on here was the last one. I can't remember how you did last week. I've slipped between.
Last week I got third as well.
Oh, consistent then.
Yeah, we're getting there.
P3. So that'll be your fourth podium of the year. Winning 3 other podiums, which is just creating a bit of a gap. There's a bit of a top 4, top 5 going on in the tier at the moment. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll see if you can make it another 3 podiums in a row next week when we go to Monza.
Fingers crossed, eh?
Fingers crossed. I'm going to let the person that jumped in the coverage box next to me have a chat with his teammate because he's very excited. He's very, very excited. So I'll hand over to
Let's go!
Aston Martin!
Come on!
To the team!
Bookending the results today.
I needed
unfortunately,
that. Massively needed that result.
Big win. How was that for you? Seemed like you were pretty in control of it.
I was shaky at times. There was 1 or 2 moments where like J-Ray was behind me and saw me nearly lose it, and I nearly gave him damage. Luckily, that wasn't the case.
Oh, we did touch it. Yeah, we did touch.
Yeah. And other than that, those few slip-ups, it was kind of a bit of a pain to keep J-Ray behind me, but eventually the hard tyres after the safety car, they found grip, and I just felt so quick after that, and I was just hoping that stuff was happening behind me, and eventually it did, and gave me that gap to just keep going forward. But huge points, and I'm hoping to just try and catch up to the leaders, which is at the moment 2 spell, and it's kind of annoying to get the win and get all those points, and then 2 spells right there behind me, getting even further away. So it's going to be a bit of a stretch to try and catch up, but these are great points and try and do that.
Yeah, like you say, it must be a bit annoying to be right there on the cusp of a gaining 13 points, and then in the space of the last lap,
he appears
things
out of
happen.
nowhere.
And he appears out in what I must say is very on-brand behaviour.
It is becoming incredibly on brand.
It seems like every week Neil picks up points out of just situations.
Nobody even got penalties today.
Yeah, well, I think that boils down to the fact that this track is, if you're not on the track, you're dead. So, very difficult to get penalties. But congratulations, Mantis, on your...
Thank you very much.
Mantis probably doesn't want the break to come, because we've got one more race next week before they have a break the week after. Because considering the first break, he's gone from scoring 1 point to now a few podiums. Doesn't want it to end.
Well, I was happy after the first break, because it was just those first set of races just did not go my way at all, and my confidence was at an all-time low. So this set of races, it was just focusing on that consistency, and it's worked. It's paid off.
Yeah, it has paid off. Mm-hmm. Congratulations. More points for Aston Martin. Woohoo! Congratulations. Well done. Blades, thank you for joining me. Hopefully Shane will be back next week, where I get I'm going to volley some abuse at him.
Monaco next week.
It is Monaco next week. It is Monza next week. Don't worry, it's not Monaco.
That's a scary race.
Thank goodness.
Monza turn 1.
Turn 1 next week could be very interesting, to say the very least. So
Don't
these guys
worry, mate. I'll make sure it's me
everyone.
back there. Yeah. I'll make sure it's me back there.
That's going to be so scary.
So these guys got Monza next week, and then they got a break the week after, and then when they come back, it will be Hungary. We won't have many races left. Thank you everybody for watching. The next on track action is AM3, 9 PM Eastern, 2 AM in the UK, and 3 AM if you're crazy enough to be up that late European time. If you are, go and give the guys over there some support, considering we've got a couple of guys that race currently in this tier as well. Crossplay 2 on Tuesday and AM2 on Tuesday. EU2 and AM1 on Wednesday as normal, and EU1 on Thursday. GT7 is open. I'm waiting for the person that's relatively in charge to tell me something if it's different. Neil?
Yes, Neil, pipe up, please.
Sign up.
Sign up. What days are you racing?
We don't know yet.
Lovely, fine, honest.
It's looking like
probably
Friday
the weekend.
Saturday.
It's probably just going to be the Saturday. I don't think we're going to have to. We don't want to stretch it.
Okay. All right. There you go. Keep an eye on the socials for GT7. Watch the space as well. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.